ask you guys this question. Have you ever sat down recently to calculate how much you spend in the UK monthly? Please, guys, I really need to know because, calculating mine, I just had to scream because it's crazy. Everything just went up, like really up, compared to what we used to spend like 2 years ago, last year. Then I have to even call a friend because we have like the same size of family to ask her how much you spend, just so that I know that I'm not overthinking these things or I'm not overreacting. And guys, please, I want to know in the comment section, sincerely, how much do you guys spend monthly living in the UK? Please let me know the number of your family if you don't mind, and then how much you spend, just so that I can calm down and know that this thing that I'm not alone, because it's really crazy what we spend every month right now. It's something that I can't even explain. And we have tried to cut down because we have like a budgeter, like a tracker where we try to put up everything that we spend every month, our monthly income, and then our outgoings, everything, just so that we can trace, how we spend our money every month. Like, guys, it's really crazy out there. And I just want to know that I am not alone. Like, this is general. Everybody is facing the same challenge. Anyways, in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys how much we spend monthly living in the UK as a family of 5. Yes, we have increased in number. Glory to God. I remember the last time I did this video, that was last year or thereabouts, we're a family of 4. And how much we spent, we're spending like 1,000 something. And I was even saying that we spend so much that we're trying to cut down. But now, guys, you don't want to hear how much we spend monthly living in the UK at the moment. But if it's something you're interested in, stick with me to the end of this video so you get all the details. And this would also help you if you plan to move to the UK or you just moved to the UK. At least this would give you an idea of how much things are in the UK right now, or how much you're likely to spend depending on the size of your family. Okay, we're just going to dive right into it without wasting much time. You guys are welcome to my channel. My name is Tochi. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you get value from it. Subscribe please if you haven't, because I share content on how you can relocate abroad, life in the UK, and all the good stuff. So please consider sticking around with me. And to all my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. You're welcome back to my channel. I think it's just right to mention, before I go into the details of how much we spend living in the UK, to mention that, how much you're going to be spending living in the UK monthly depends on so many factors. It depends on the place that you live, the kind of house you live, the size of your family and all that. So how much I spend obviously will be different from somebody who has just a family of 2 or a single person or something like that, right? So just watch this video and have an idea of how much you are likely to spend depending on the number of your family. Okay, it depends on so many factors, but as I go right into the video, I think you're going to understand it better. The first one here is our mortgage, and for our mortgage monthly we pay £530. We're lucky to get this kind of deal. Of course, it's a good deal, so we pay £530 every month, right? So if you're paying your rent or your mortgage, it just depends on the agreement you have, the deal you were able to get and your personal circumstances. So you're not likely to get exactly what we got, but then this is just how much we spend. Sometimes we try to overpay though, but I'm just going to stick with the basics, something that everybody is likely to pay for. Moving on to the next one, council tax. So for council tax, we pay £166. Now, this also varies as well. It depends on your council and the kind of house that you live in. Somebody in London might even be paying a lower council tax than somebody here in Crewe or somebody in Manchester, right? So it basically just depends on your council and then the kind of house that you live in, okay? So you can easily check that out as well if you don't know how much you're going to be paying on council tax. And then those on study visas don't pay council tax. So if you're on study visa in the UK, then this is not for you because you're exempt from paying council tax, but you start paying council tax when you switch to a work visa, so yeah. Now we move to home bills, that is utilities, okay? So for water is between £40 to £50 every month. And this is according to usage. We pay as we use, right? So sometimes we could get £35, sometimes we could get 40, sometimes we could get 50. So it just varies. So that's why I put it between £40 to £50 every month. Okay, that is just the average of how much we pay for water bill. Now, for energy, that's gas and electricity, we pay between 100 to 140 pounds. Obviously, people spend more on gas and electricity during winter because you tend to use more electricity and gas during this period. You heat up your house, you use more hot water and all that. So you're likely to pay more during winter. And for us, this is the same thing. We pay more during winter, and during summer, it is less, right? So I put that between 100 to 140 pounds. And that's because, like I explained, it varies. For broadband, we pay 31 pounds every month. That's your Wi-Fi. So that is what you use, your internet supply for your homes or your gadgets at home, appliances, everything. So yeah, we pay 31 pounds for that. And then phone bills. For our phone bills, we use 50 pounds. That is myself and my husband. That's inclusive of our data, credits, and even the app that we use to make international calls back home, because you have to buy credit for it and all that. And currently, my mother-in-law is around, so we also recharge her phone as well, like buy her credit and all that. So everything is about 50 to 60 pounds for 3 of us every month. And then our monthly subscriptions, like for Amazon Prime, Netflix, and all that, I think is about 22 pounds every month. Then moving on to transportation. So for fuel, for our car, we spend about 100 to 150 pounds every month. Now, obviously, this varies. It just depends on the usage for that month. Did you travel a lot? Did you do school run a lot? And did you go to work every day? You know, all that. There are some months that you actually spend less, and there are some months that you spend more, depending on how much you're on the road, right? So for us, it's between 100 to 150 pounds every month. And then car insurance, car tax, and the likes is about 200 pounds every month. Now, guys, moving to feeding. This is where the bulk of the money goes into every month, right? Of course, you have to eat. Human beings need to eat. They need food and water to survive. Yes, so for us, we spend about 500 to 600 pounds on feeding every month. And this is for a family of 5. And obviously, for those who have been following me, you know I just had a baby. But he's not really eating the family food yet because he's still exclusively breastfeeding. But my mother-in-law is around, so that makes us 5. Myself, my husband, my mother-in-law, and then my 2 other kids, right? So we are the ones that spend this amount of money on feeding every month. I must also state that for some months it's actually higher. That is for months that we go to African shop to buy things. And we usually go like once in 3 or 4 months. So any months that we go to an African store to shop, we usually spend more, because now anytime we go to an African store to shop, we spend nothing less than 200 pounds. Sometimes even as high as 300 pounds in an African store, because we buy our things in bulk. We buy things that will last us for 2 to 3 or even 4 months, right? That even when we run out of stock, that we just have to pick things. It could be just to pick up like plantain, vegetable, okra, you know, and all that. But for the main things like beef, chicken, goat meat, and all that, we buy in bulk, and then it lasts us for a while, okay? Except we just want to buy like soft chicken for the kids that we buy from farm foods and all that. So yeah. The next thing we pay for every month is swimming lessons for our kids, for our 2 kids. That is 64 pounds for the both of them. The next one is childcare. You guys, childcare is not cheap in this country. So our son just started preschool and we pay for it weekly. So every month is about 100 pounds. And that's because he just goes to school twice every week and he does half day. He just started. So we decided to start half day for him. With time, we'll now increase it, right? So for every week, we pay 24 pounds for him in school. That is how much we spend for now, even though we're going to spend more with time when we increase his hours in school. But for now, this is how much we pay. So this is like the basics, right? It's not inclusive of other unplanned expenses, like things you just have to buy, or you go out and see you like and you buy, like clothes and shoes for the kids, and then maybe servicing the car, MOT, you know, money spent on unplanned things like school costumes. Sometimes the school will just write to you and say, oh, today is this this, today is that, this kid should dress in Halloween costume, the kid should dress in pirate costumes. You got to look for something you would buy. Sometimes you have to buy birthday presents for their friends because yeah, they have to go for these events, their friends, their classmates, inviting them for birthday parties and all that. You have to buy presents, right? This is not included in this list. Money we spend bringing our parents to the UK, that one is, another major expense on its own, right? And then money you spend on holidays because yeah, sometimes you just have to rest, relax, and just take care of yourself. Money you spend on things like that. We did not add this to this list. So imagine I now decided to add all this to this list. I didn't add it because it's not monthly outgoings. These things are not done monthly, right? So I just limited this list to the basic things that we spend on every month. Like these ones I just listed, obviously it's not every month, right? So it won't be so wise to put it in our monthly expenses, if you get what I mean. And this is just peculiar to us, right? Not to everybody, okay? It's not every month you buy clothes. It's not every month that you service your car. It's not every month you do MOT. MOT is once a year, right? It's not every month that you bring parents to the UK. It's not every month that you go on holidays, things like that. So that was why I really didn't add it to the monthly expenses. I just restricted it to the basic monthly outgoings that we have every month. Like we have to spend on these things every month, right? So having calculated the basic things, the total here is £2,100. Obviously, we spend more than this, like I explained, but this is how much we spend on the basic things that we have to pay for every month, right? I hope you guys understand. And I purposely skipped black tax, of course, our family responsibilities, how much we send back home every month. I left that out as well because like I established earlier, everybody's family circumstances differ. What we send back home every month would obviously not be the same thing that Mr. B would be sending back home every month. That is if he is even sending back money every month. So yeah, don't forget that we spend more than this every month, but this is just the basic monthly outgoings. I remember when we used to spend just about 1,000 something every month, only for it to just switch up quickly to about 2,000 plus every month. Like how, guys? More than 1,000 plus extra. That's too much. May God help us. That's why we need to hustle and make more money, because we just keep spending and it never goes down. The more it goes up, the higher it goes. I don't think it even comes down because, yeah, obviously the number of family has increased. These children will keep growing and keep demanding things, more responsibilities. You now have to enroll them in more things, more extracurricular activities, all that. So I feel like it used to just keep going up. That is why we need to pray for God to keep increasing our income, increasing the money we make and all that. Just bless our hustle and help us make this money because, hey guys, it's just too much. But yeah, I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying, I know that everybody spends money, but I just hope I'm not spending too much. Anyways, so yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you got value from it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.